in jail for years. This happens all the time. But how? Is the justice system rigged for the rich? Or do they just know how to play the game better? Today, we're breaking down why the wealthy never truly face punishment, how they use legal loopholes, and why poor people pay the price for crimes they didn't even commit. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll never see the court system the same way again. 1, the rich don't go to jail. They buy their way out. Let's start with the biggest reason rich people avoid punishment. They can afford the best lawyers in the world. A regular person gets a public defender who handles dozens of cases at once. A billionaire hires a team of elite lawyers who know every legal trick in the book. A normal lawyer tries to prove innocence. A rich lawyer finds loopholes and technicalities to get the case dismissed entirely. For example, Harvey Weinstein's legal team delayed his trial for years with fake health issues, missing documents, and procedural delays. O.J. Simpson's lawyers used jury selection tricks and played with racial bias to shift focus from murder to police corruption, and it worked. This is why innocent poor people get convicted, while guilty rich people walk free. 2, delay, the court's secret weakness. Here's another trick the rich use. Delays. If a regular person gets arrested, their trial happens fast. If a billionaire is caught, their lawyers stall the case for years. Why? Because courts are overloaded with cases. The longer they drag it out, the evidence gets weaker, witnesses disappear or forget details, public outrage fades. By the time the case finally reaches trial, the judge is more likely to dismiss it or offer a light sentence. Example? Jeffrey Epstein. His lawyers stalled his case for so long that he managed to cut a secret plea deal and avoid real punishment for years. Robert Durst. The billionaire delayed trials for 2 decades with legal tricks before finally being convicted. Plea deals, the hidden escape route. If delaying doesn't work, the next trick is plea deals. This is where prosecutors say, look, we don't want a long trial. If you admit to a small crime, we'll reduce your punishment. For the rich, this is golden. Example, college admissions canteen. Rich parents paid bribes to get their kids into top universities. Instead of real prison, most got tiny fines and weeks of jail time in luxury prisons. Meanwhile, poor people accused of small crimes get maximum sentences because they don't have the money or legal power to negotiate. 4 billionaires break the law without breaking the law. Here's where it gets scary. Rich people commit crimes that are technically legal. They don't need to steal money. They just change the rules so their crimes aren't illegal anymore. Banks crash the economy, get bailed out with taxpayer money. CEOs lie about company profits, make millions, then retire before getting caught. Politicians pass laws that protect their businesses while punishing everyone else. If a poor person steals money, it's a crime. If a billionaire steals money through loopholes, it's called smart business. Example, Wall Street executives caused the 2008 financial crash. Millions lost their homes, jobs, and savings, but not a single executive went to jail. Why? Because they wrote the rules that let them get away with it. The jail system is built for the poor. Here's the harsh truth. The prison system is made for poor people. If a homeless man steals food equals jail. If a billionaire steals millions through fraud, pay a fine. Most people in jail aren't violent criminals. They're just people who couldn't afford bail. 67% of people in U.S. jails haven't even been convicted. They're just waiting for trial because they can't afford to leave. Meanwhile, rich criminals? They stay at home while their trial is pending. They negotiate lesser sentences. If they go to jail at all, they stay in luxury prisons with tennis courts and TVs. That's why people call it a justice system for the rich, punishment system for the poor. 6, when the rich actually go to jail. So if the system is rigged, why do some rich people get caught? 1, they anger the wrong people. If a billionaire cheats other billionaires, the legal system suddenly works fast. Example, Bernie Madoff. He scammed the richest people in the world. That's why he got a 150-year sentence. 2. Public outrage is too big. Sometimes if people get angry enough, the courts have to act. Example, Jeffrey Epstein. His first case was ignored, but after years of pressure, the courts finally moved against him. And 3. They get too arrogant. Some rich criminals believe they're unstoppable and make mistakes. Example, Elizabeth Holmes' Theranos fraud. She thought she could fake an entire company, but eventually her lies collapsed. Even then, most rich criminals get lighter sentences than poor people for the same crimes. Final thoughts. What can you do? The justice system isn't broken. It works exactly as it was designed. Protect the wealthy, punish the poor. So what can regular people do? Know your rights. The system relies on ignorance. Support real reforms. Many laws are made to punish the powerless. Call out corruption. Public pressure forces courts to act. The biggest weapon the rich have isn't money, it's people not paying attention. So next time you hear about a rich criminal walking free, ask yourself, was justice actually served? Or was it just another case of money winning over the law? This is the ugly truth about the justice system. But now that you know how the game works, the real question is, what are you going to do about it? This topic shocks people and keeps them watching till the end because it exposes real corruption in an engaging, dramatic way. Let me know if you want to tweak anything for even more impact.